Hey guys, and welcome back. Today we're looking at cake, vegan cake, for every occasion really, but especially for birthdays. I have 3 ideas to show you guys. Definitely let me know if you're making any of those. So let's get right into it. Recipe number 1 is for this chocolate cream cake. It's a cake I used to love as a kid. The original is basically a chocolate cake base topped with bananas and cream and chocolate cake crumbles. I'm actually using strawberries for this recipe, which I know is basically against the law. So you're totally free to use bananas. For the chocolate cake base, preheat your oven to 180 degrees Celsius. Grease a round cake pan, something along the size of 9 to 10 inches. Next up, add flax seeds and a couple of tablespoons of water in a big bowl. Just let that sit there while you combine the dry ingredients. Those are flour, salt, baking soda, baking powder, and unsweetened cacao. To the flax egg, you'll be adding raw sugar, melted vegan butter, non-dairy milk, vanilla, and apple cider vinegar. Mix it all together. Then combine wet and dry and mix that all together. Add the batter to the pan. Smooth out the top and bake it for 45 to 50 minutes until you can poke through it with a knife or a chopstick or a toothpick and it comes out clean. While the cake is cooling down, make the filling. You'll need about 1.5 cups of vegan cream for that. The packaging should say something like, can be turned into whipped cream. This brand is the only one I have found in Germany so far that actually does that. If you know of any other product that works, especially if it's from another country, please leave a comment to let people know. You could substitute this for coconut cream, which I'm not the biggest fan of, but technically would work as well. Add in some stabilizer, like for example agar. This is optional, but ensures everything holds up later. Lastly, mix in some dark chocolate. Very tiny, finely grated chocolate works best. Put this into the fridge while the cake is still cooling down. Using a sharp knife, remove the upper third of the cake. I ended up cutting it in half, which is bit too much. Just make sure the surface is somewhat even. Crumble up the removed part in a separate bowl. You want it to look like dirt, basically. Now add the strawberries or bananas, cut side facing down. Next up is the cream. The goal here is to create a dome-like shape. Last but not least, the chocolate crumbles. How to bake this cake and not create a giant mess is something that I am yet to figure out. Moving on to these simple yet very tasty cherry crumble bars. To make the crumbles, just combine a few ingredients in a bowl: flour, salt, vanilla, raw sugar, melted vegan butter, and just a tiny bit of non-dairy milk. Mix it all up with a spoon first and then switch to your hands. This goes into the fridge while you work on the rest of the cake. Preheat your oven to 180 degrees Celsius. This one is a 9-inch brownie pan. Onto the cake batter. Make another flax egg. Then pour in non-dairy milk, melted vegan butter, raw sugar, vanilla, and apple cider vinegar. Then add in the dry ingredients, so flour, baking powder, and salt. Last but not least, for the cherry part, add frozen cherries to a small pot alongside in water dissolved cornstarch and sweetener of your choice. Let this first defrost and then simmer on medium-high for 5 to 10 minutes or until it reaches a jam-like consistency. Now bring it all together. Add the cherries and mix those in lightly. Finish everything off with the crumbles. Now bake everything for 40 to 43 minutes until it's nice and golden brown at the top. Serve it with vegan yogurt or vegan ice cream or vegan whipped cream if you want. And that's it. On to cake number 3, vanilla cashew cream sprinkles cake. Let some cashews soak in water overnight. The next day, preheat the oven and grease the cake tins. This time I'm making a chia egg, which is just chia seeds and water. Mix together all the dry ingredients. I've made this cake twice this past week. First time adding shredded coconut, as I'm doing here, and the second time adding lemon zest. So you choose what you want to do. Now combine all the wet ingredients. Combine wet and dry. I ended up adding in heart-shaped sprinkles to make it cute. Finding vegan sprinkles was not the easiest of tasks. I also found these ones at the organic store, which will come to play in just a second. Divide the batter evenly among the cake tins. Bake the cakes. In the meantime, let the cashews boil in water for 20 to 35 minutes. Let both the cashews and the cakes cool down completely. The cashews, salt, vegan yogurt, vanilla, sugar, and lemon. Or another version could be cashews, soft dates, lemon, salt, and non-dairy milk. Add a generous layer of frosting between the cakes, and then also on top of the cakes and around. Sprinkle with the sprinkles, and then dig in. And that's it for these cake ideas. I hope you enjoyed this. If you're making them, I want to see pictures. Yeah, don't forget to send me those. Have a wonderful birthday or other celebratory occasion. Happy New Year, Happy Easter. See you guys soon. Bye.